Well, it looks like the predictions were correct. Today we got some more information regarding the mysterious next-gen versions of GTA 5 for the Xbox Series and PS5 consoles. And in this video I'm going to break all that info down for you guys. The first slate of new info comes in the form of the performance modes. There are going to be 3 different options here. First, we have the fidelity mode, which will run at native 4K with ray tracing, targeting 30 FPS, while the Series S will run at upscaled 4K at 30 FPS in this mode, and I would assume that does not have ray tracing. Then we have the performance mode, which targets 60 FPS at upscaled 4K on the Series X and PS5 and 1080p for the Series S. And then there's Performance RT, which runs at upscaled 4K at 60 FPS with ray tracing. And I'm really curious what they had to cut back on to get this hybrid mode working at 60 FPS. Maybe they just limit the ray tracing features and only use some of them to get that 60 FPS. We'll just have to wait and see. One thing I like about this is that the Series S users aren't being left out. From what is said here, it looks like they still will get a 60 FPS option, so that's good. I was afraid they were going to be left with 30 FPS. GTA 5 on PS5 will take advantage of the haptic feedback and adaptive triggers, adding new sensations to weather effects, directional damage, rough road surfaces, explosions, and much more. Also 3D positional audio, which I don't really think too many people use. I never really hear anyone talking about that, but the game's going to take advantage of it if you do use that. Last time we heard from Rockstar about GTA 5 on next gen, they mentioned House Vehicle Workshop. They elaborate a bit more in this newswire. There will be a special racing type that uses new specially modded vehicles, and he'll also have a premium test ride where you can test drive a newly modified vehicle completely for free. And here's a photo of one of the cars coming to the game on March 15th for the PS5 and Xbox Series consoles only. If you are on PS5, you will get to redeem and keep forever the online standalone within the first 3 months. So as long as you get it while it's free, you won't ever have to pay for it. It's not a limited time free thing. You'll eventually have to pay when it ends. No, once you redeem it, it's yours forever. For those of you who are starting out new in GTA Online, the Career Builder will help you out immensely. You'll get $4 million, some weapons, properties, and some cars upon starting your adventure in Los Santos, and conveniently, that is just enough money to get yourself a submarine and possibly a Sparrow to start grinding away at the Cayo Perico heist. GTA Online will have an assortment of new quality of life improvements, including a newly designed introduction and tutorial for new players, which they already mentioned last time they talked to us about this. A new front-end main menu that allows you to jump directly into free mode, heists, races, adversary modes, and more. So think how Red Dead Online does it, where it has that main landing page where you can select different options and modes from there. That's going to be somewhat how this works in GTA Online. Now let's talk about progression transfers. You can transfer both your online character and story mode progress from your console of choice to your console of choice. To transfer story mode progress, you'll have to go to your pause menu and upload your save game from the menu here. Keep in mind you can only upload one save to transfer over at a time, and it'll only be available to download for 90 days. As for online transfers, the process will most likely be the same as it was when transferring from the PS3 and 360 to the Xbox One and PS4, where once you load up online, it'll just ask you if you want to migrate your character over. One thing I do want to clear up that the community seems to be confused about, if you are transferring across console manufacturers, so from Xbox to PlayStation and vice versa, money bought via shark cards will not transfer over. Only money that you earned in game will transfer across console brands. However, if you are transferring to the same family of consoles, so Xbox to Xbox, PlayStation 4 to 5, then shark card money will transfer over. I just wanted to clear that up because I've had people telling me that the money won't transfer across consoles, when in fact, it's only the shark card money that won't transfer across console brands. But everything else will be fine. And the last thing they mentioned on the newswire was about preloads and pre-purchases. Those will start March 8th, which is next Tuesday, with the physical release starting in April. And I really wish I could tell you how much this is going to cost, but Rockstar has still not made that clear to us. They have not given us a price yet. So at this point, I'm just going to assume it's going to be full price $70 for this. Even after all of this, there are still a lot of unanswered questions, mostly regarding the PC version. Will PC players get the next-gen content and ray tracing upgrades with a patch, or do they just get shafted and are getting abandoned just like last gen eventually will? That is still a big mystery that they haven't responded to yet, and I don't really know why. Anyways, let me know how you guys are feeling about this new version of GTA 5. I'm basically only excited for 60 FPS and if there are any changes made that aren't mentioned directly. I'm also kind of keen to see what kind of ray tracing and how in-depth the ray tracing features actually are. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like as well as subscribe to my channel for more GTA Online content. I'll be covering the game in depth starting March 15th. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.